All right, so let's go over the homework. I had asked you to do the review guide on 5.6, 5.7, and 5.8. It's attached to yesterday's assignment. It's a little mix of law of sines and law of cosines. So let's go through this here. For problem number 1, it says that A is 64, C is 90, and angle C is 98. So anytime I told you you are given, here it is in the notes. Anytime you're given A, side B, and side A, you want to check number of triangles and do law of sines. If it's anything else, we do law of cosines. So let's draw this out and see what we have here. We know we definitely don't have to check the number of triangles because it's not A, and side B. Let me see here. So we could definitely make a full fraction. I'm going to go ahead and do that with side C and angle C. And let's figure out what angle A is by doing 64 over the sine of A. I'm going to cross multiply and divide, and I get the sine of A is equal to, let's see what this is, 64 sine 98 divided by sine 98, close parentheses, divided by 90. I'm getting 0.704, and if we take the inverse sine of both sides, we get angle A is 44.8. To get angle B, we do 180 minus A and C. And I'm getting 37.2. And then we could finish by getting side B by doing the full fraction 90 over the sine of 98 is equal to side B over the sine of angle B. And if you cross multiply and divide, you get B is equal to 54.9. So that's the first problem from your homework. So number 2. Just give me 1 second. Let me take a look at it. And what we're going to do is A is 9, B is 20, and angle A is 31 degrees. So this does look like a law of sines problem. Anytime we're given angle A, and side B, we do have to check the number of triangles. So let's do that right now. First thing we're going to do is find the height, B times the sine of A. And the height would be 10.3. And side A is 9. 9 is actually smaller than the height. So I'm sure you guys like this problem because there would be 0 triangles. Let's try number 3. Number 3, it says that A is 13, B is 7, and C is 15. All right, so we don't have any angles. Looks like we're going to have to be doing the law of cosines. And we want to find the largest angle first. So if we do the cosine of C is equal to A squared plus B squared minus C squared, over 2AB. So let's see here, 13 squared plus 7 squared minus 15 squared is negative 7 divided by 182. And if we take the inverse cosine of both sides, this comes out to 92.2 degrees. All right, so to finish up, if we make our fraction and we do 15 over the sine of 92.2 and set that equal to, let's do 13 over the sine of angle A. Let's cross multiply and divide here. 13 times the sine of 92.2 divided by 15, that comes out to 0.866 whatever. If we take the inverse of both sides, we get angle A is 60.0. To get angle B, we could do 180 minus A and C. And that comes out to 27.8 degrees. Let's just make sure smallest angle, smallest side, largest angle, largest side. That's good. Okay, so we have one more to go. Let's do number 4. Number 4 says angle A is, oops, disappeared on me here. Oh, came back. All right, somebody's messing around with me here. Let me just try to sync this real quick. All right, so number 4, it says that A is equal to 63 degrees, B is equal to 18, and A is equal to 17. So it does look like a law of sines problem where we have to check the number of triangles. So we always find the height first by doing B times the sine of A. And the height in this case would be 16.0. Side A is 17. That's bigger than the height. Next step we do is we look at sides A and B. Looks like side A is smaller than B. And unfortunately, this is a 2-triangle solution. So let's set it up. We'll do the big triangle, and we'll find the small triangle. That'll finish things up as far as lessons for this week. So A is 63 degrees, B is 18, A is 17. All right, so we're going to do 17 over the sine of 63 is equal to 18 over the sine of B. If we cross multiply, 18 sine 63 divided by 17 comes out to be 0.943 whatever. Take the inverse of both sides. And the inverse sine would be 70.6 for angle B. If we do 180 minus A and B, it comes out to 46.4 degrees. Now we just have to do law of sines to figure out angle C, or side C. Let me see, I think I put that in the wrong spot. B is 70.6. Angle C is 46.4. Let's see what we have here. So we're going to do 17 over the sine of 63 equals C over the sine 46.4. And I'm getting side C is 13.8. Okay, so that's one triangle solution. Luckily, the second one's not going to be too hard to find. We're going to draw this side the same, this angle the same, but instead of having 17 over here, I'm going to draw 17 right here. And this angle is 70.6 because it's an isosceles triangle. So my second triangle would look like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve it. Okay, so first step is we could figure out this angle by doing 180 minus 70.6. That comes out to 109.4. I could do 180 minus angle A and B. And that's 7.6. Pretty acute. And then to get C, we're going to do 17 over the sine of 63 equals side C over the sine of 7.6. If we cross multiply and divide, 17 times the sine of 7.6 divided by the sine of 63, we get side C is 2.5. Smallest angle, smallest side, largest angle, largest side. So that's the whole review. That's your homework. Please make sure that you submit a picture of your work with your quiz by midnight tonight. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.